Let's make some crab cakes today. In this bowl, I've got 2 tablespoons of mustard, 1 tablespoon of Worcester sauce, 1 teaspoon of Old Bay seasoning, 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, salt and pepper to taste, 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, 1/2 cup of mayo, 1/2 cup of breadcrumbs, 1 pound of crab meat, 1 egg, 1/8 of teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, and it'll make 8 cakes if you make them little enough. Okay, here we go. I've got my onions chopped up. I got 1 medium onion, chopped up small, like mint size. Okay, let's put our crab meat. We're using canned crab meat. You want a pound of crab meat. I poured the juice out. You could fry them on top of the stove or you could bake them in the oven. Make sure your eggs all beaten up in there. And your mayonnaise is all stirred up. I've tried to make this video 3 times already. Keeps kicking off. My SD card don't want to work on my phone. This is what it looks like. Stirred up. Make sure you put 1/8 of a teaspoon of cayenne pepper in there too. This is Long John Silver's recipe. Okay, let's see how many crab cakes we can put out here. Okay, we're going to make ours with this. That way it all gets even. You can make them big or little the way you want them. Put them in the refrigerator 30 minutes after you make them like this. That way they're easier to stay like that when you bake them. My son got a package today from his daddy. The mailman just brought it. Watch a Duck Dynasty in the background if you hear noise. If the video kicks off again, I'm just going to start it over after I download it for part 2, okay? But if it don't, we'll be right back with you. Got to put these in the refrigerator for 30 minutes. And I will leave the recipe down in the comments or on my community page. Look over on the community page. I put a lot of recipes over there and what they look like and all. Let's make some hush puppy batter. We got yellow cornmeal. We need 1/2 cups. That's 1/2 cup. Okay. Now we need the flour. 1/2 cup of cornmeal. Okay, let me set this down there. Then go get the all-purpose flour. We'll need 1/2 cups. There's 1 cup. 1/2. All-purpose flour. 1/2 cup of cornmeal. We'll need 1/2 teaspoon of sugar. 1 teaspoon of sugar. 1 1/2 teaspoons. 1 1/2 teaspoons of baking powder. Okay, onion powder. 1/2 teaspoons. Okay, then we need 1 cup of whole milk. Okay, we're going to need 1/3 cup of onions cut up small. Gonna have 1 teaspoon of salt. Okay, we'll stir this up and I'll be right back with you. Got our onions chopped. Now you can fry these, deep fry them. But I'm going to bake mine just as long as I bake the rest of it. I think I'm going to have a little bit more water or milk, either one. Sure stiff. Okay. I think I got it now. Let me get something to put them on, where I can make my balls. Here's what the batter looks like. I'm going to put 1 egg in mine, even though it don't say that. Okay, let me get some parchment paper and we'll be ready to put that on. Okay, we're going to make our balls and put them on here. Then we're going to put them in the refrigerator for 30 minutes. Here they are. We're going to put them in the refrigerator for 30 minutes. In this bowl, we're making the Long John Silver's fish batter. We got 3/4 of a cup of all-purpose flour, 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 3/4 cup of water. Here it is. That's what it looks like. We're going to see if it dips or not. We dried our fish off. You might have to roll it a little bit in flour still. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to hurry up and try to get it done. Supposed to be flour, then this, and then flour again. And I've got a little bit of cornmeal over here on my parchment paper. Now we're going to put this in the refrigerator for 30 minutes before we bake it. I've had it soaking for over an hour to get it unthawed in cold water. Okay, let me get this done and then I'll show you the next step. Okay, we're going to put a little bit of flour on the top of these. And then we're going to flip them over and put more flour on them. Supposed to dip them first, then done this, but I done it backwards. It don't matter. Same stuff. Because I got to put them in the refrigerator 30 minutes anyway. It ain't going to matter. I've done it both ways. And it still turns out. Do both sides just like this. And then put them in the refrigerator for 30 minutes. Let it all get cold and work together. Okay, let's fry some hush puppies. Okay, they're done. You put them on a paper towel. Now, my favorite way to dip these is dip them in tartar sauce. Here's what they look like. Here's the crab cakes out of the refrigerator. Crab cakes are done. Here's what the baked hush puppies looks like. These are going in the oven. Here's the other ones. Crab cakes out of the oven just now. Time to turn it. It's been 11 minutes and we sprayed olive oil on top of them. Okay, we're going to spray olive oil on this side too. Time to go back in the oven for 11 more minutes. You'll have to rotate them once they're in the oven. Keep them getting the same doneness. Just keep rotating them. Okay, it's time to get them out. Let's see what they look like. Here's what one of them looks like. Here's what the other one looks like. Thanks for watching. This is Tanya's Home Cooking on YouTube. This is all Long John Silver's expired. Bye. Here's what it looks like. Here's the stuff we're going to put on it. Tartar sauce.